Hi everyone, welcome again to another video. Now, questions, there was actually questions I got asked. I got asked two or three questions. One, could I tie a pale mourning dun, and what size do I prefer? Basically, a size 18, size 20 would probably be the two main sizes, especially for the dun that comes off where I live. There's quite a few patterns I could use that represent pale mourning dun. But this one I'm going to be tying is I'm going to be using, which the other question was, could I use turkey biot? I've got the turkey biot here. Now this is a pale mourning dun colour. This is a colour. This one I bought many years ago. This was from, well, when I was over in America, how long ago? Geez, this was 2002, 3, something like that. It's a long time ago. I think it was then anyway. It's 20 years ago. I've still got the packet. I've still got a few packets for you. I bought a few. But anyway, this is a pale mourning dun colour, so I'm using that. Now, I have used it before. It's a great colour. To be honest with you, I've still got the remains of one of the quills I was using, so I'll just use that. I'll finish it up. The other thing I'm using is the CDC from Fully Mill. There we are. Now, this is a premium. It's the natural colour they call it, but this is a very pale CDC. It's a lovely colour. It's not like the dark grey you get in, say, mallard. I'm not sure what species of duck they've got this from, but it's a lovely colour and it's a perfect colour for this pale mourning dun. It's great to get colours that are, I mean, this is natural and it's a very pale dun. It's a lovely colour. It's got a slight sort of kind of Cahill type colour to it, which is even better. Now, this is how it's going to come out. I mean, to be honest with you, most natural CDC, they pick it, put it in a packet. I'm going to show you how rough it is. Sometimes when you take it out, don't be disheartened when you take it out and it's like that. All you have to do is hit it with a wee bit of heat. I usually, what I normally do when I've got packets, I'll put it into a pot. I've got one of these splash guards you get for a frying pan. I put it on top of the pot and I blow hot air through it and it opens out the fibres. So if you just give it a wee puff with the hairdryer, and I'll show you. And it opens out the feather. It's ideal. So it's perfect. A wee touch of heat makes it like brand new. I'll show you another one. One that's even rough, like really rough. Now, most times the reason that I like this is because they don't want to, the natural feather has a natural oil in it. You don't want to start washing it, but to be honest with you, I had a floating anyway, so it doesn't really bother me. But if you hit it with a wee bit of hairdryer, so this one is a bit rough. And you'll see, quite simple, it just lifts out the fibre. You can spend, doesn't take long to do it. This has got a lovely wee mark to it as well. It's got a wee kind of freckle to it. So I mean, you'll get this in nature and fibre. So I'll just do another one just to show you. This one here, which is, you can see it's pulled together. I mean, these are obviously taken straight from the bird. I'm just going to open it out a wee bit. Doesn't take much to do that. A wee bit. So say, hit it with the hairdryer, you can see what it's like, not too bad now. Let's get a wee clean. This is a kind of natural oil in CDC, obviously it comes from the, what they call the preanal gland of the duck. So, and you're going to get this, but anyway, there you go. Far better feather than it was 2 seconds ago. So just put that in my pile. So anyway, I'm going to tie the fly now. Oh, cape. I'll show you the cape before I go out. Using this dry fly, this cape here. Now you could use like a grizzle or a cree in this fly as well. A grizzly is quite good, especially the fly I call the Larkin Grey is very good. And so very good for the same pattern. But I'm going to be using this. This is basically a medium dun. It's a dry fly, you can see it's a Hebert minor dry fly, Hackle, it's a neck. But if you look at the These are, I mean, the length of these are like you get in saddles. There's nothing like a dry fly hackle you used to get at one time. But anyway, these go on and on and on. I don't know how long this feather is. This is small, like, I mean, geez, what would I tie with that? Probably a 20 or so. So, I mean, there's amazing feathers on these capes now. But anyway, as I'm going to be using that, you've got a few flies out of one wee feather, it goes on and on. To say this is the part I'm going to tie, this is the part, I'm going to zoom in a wee bit so you can actually see it. You'll see how that nice colour of CDC is ideal. So it's perfect for this fly, just that nice kind of light, pale dun. First thing I'll make sure my fly is in the middle. So, there we are. Thread I'm going to be using, this is the Uni 80 and it's a Lt-Cahill. Oh, making the noise. Run the wax through it, get it started. Going to start at the eye, come down halfway along the shank, obviously remove the waist, come halfway back up. Now you've got two feathers here. Now there is a natural curve in these feathers, so I'm just going to tie them so they're curving away from one another. But anyway, length of the wing, because I'm doing a parachute, I'm quite happy to put this at a full length of the hook, so you can measure the full length of the hook and tie that on. So pinch and loop. 2 or 3 turns and then a couple more just to make sure it's not going to slip. Come over the top and cut at an angle. You want a taper cut towards the back of the hook. So when you wind your thread down, it will taper, it'll help to shape the body for you. You'll see that if I wind down here, you'll see it starting to taper away. It's ideal. Now I'm going to use Microfibet. Now you could use a grey, in this case I'm using it's a Lt-Cahill, it's a pale yellow. You can have 4 fibres and sort of split them, or you can have 3. And I mean, it doesn't matter tail wise. Microfibets are strong, these will outlast the hook. Tail length not too long, probably at least the length of the hook and a wee touch. So I'm going to catch this on the way down, catch it on the top and wind towards the back of the hook. I lift the tail fibres up and then come underneath. You check my length. Now it's a very pale colour, hard for me to see a wee bit, especially the angle of the light I've got so that I could film. Kind of blast the light colour out. Now what I'm doing here, if you can see there, I'm causing the tail fibres to spread. So I'm going to do a figure 8 through, ignoring the centre. Trying to anyway. Come over the top and do a turn on top. That just basically causes the tail fibres to separate. So then what we want to do, trim away the waist. There we are. Now, turkey biot. Bring one of the fibres out. Now when you're tying these in, there's a fine fibre on the top. There's obviously a fibre on one side and none on the other. So what we do is we catch this in with the tip with the fine fibre on top. And make sure you wax your thread. Just wind your thread up, tidying things. You want to basically stop about a mil or so from the wing. That's fine. Now you want to, quickest way to protect the turkey biot is to wind over some super glue, or in my case I've got some fine varnish, and then you want to wind with the fine fibre to be at the back. So we are. There we go, just work our way up. Do one more, and come across with thread, tie it on. Trim away. I'm not sure if I mentioned the hook. Hook and size, as I say, I think I did mention the size. The hook I'm using is a Fully Mill. It's the Ultimate Dry Black Nickel, as you can see, size 18. Now, you could use the remains of the CDC fibre, or you could use a fine dubbing, dry fly dubbing, grey, pale yellow, whatever you want to use. I always like a darker thorax. I'm using here this one. This is a Hare's ear, ultra dry dub. Just going to put this in. Tiny bit at the back. Three or four turns, just making sure it's secure. Bring up your wing, 3 or 4 turns in front. Now you could put some dubbing in the front and tie off at that, and you could just put a nice pale CDC comparadon, if you want to call it. It's ideal. Now I'm going to parachute it, so I'm actually going to put a hackle in it. So I'm using this, as I say, a medium dun to bear some of the stem. You've got to wax your thread, make sure you get grip. Just lift your wing back, catch in the stem in front of the wing, and then you want to basically post the hackle and the wing at the same time. Five turns or so, make sure your thread's in front. And then you want a hackle. You want to wind with 1 turn, next should be under that. Do it again. Make sure it's nice and tight. I usually bring with the hackle to my side, lift up the fibre, it's basically in front there, all the hackle fibres, so you can come in with your fingers, tie in your hackle. Now you could obviously put some dubbing in front and then wind your thread at the base of the hackle. This is the quickest way, this way I always do it. It's probably, it's wrong if you go by the it's no wrong, no right, it's up to yourself how you tie your fly. It's just how I do it. To me it's the quickest and this is strong. And what we do is just lift up any fibre going forward, a wee bit more dubbing just to tidy that area up. And then we want to leave these fibres sitting up at this point. A wee bit of varnish on your thread. Again, make sure everything's out the way. Wet finish. Tighten up, trim away. And then we want to press down the hackle. Now if you want to split your hackle or split your wing, what you can do is just press it out. Just open it out like this. Now to keep it and encourage it like that, you can use either a wee bit of super glue, a wee bit of UV resin. Just making sure it's kind of split. Now I'm just going to press it down. Don't know if you can see it like that. Hopefully you can see it. A wee touch. In this case I'm just going to use varnish. Just touch it there and let it soak in. Okay, just then we'll allow the wing to come up. Keep it sort of split. Then it'll dry like that. Just trimming away any extra long fibres. There we go. It's a small pale morning dun parachute. Using the turkey Biot. It's a nice wee light dressing. So I'm answering a few questions with this wee fly. So I'm going to tie myself 2 or 3 to have my box. I'll keep it quite rough. I like the fibres coming off at the back like that. Helps to support the fly. You could tie it up a wee bit better if you wanted a better photograph, but that looks fine. So there folks, that's as I say, the pale morning dun. Nice wee pattern, as I say, and you could get a size smaller, but the 18 is probably the size I would use. That's the size I would personally use, and especially for the duns I see coming off. And you use the same pattern, change the colours, darker, you can use a dark olive, light olive, grey. They all give the impression of a small mayfly, small dun, or an olive pattern as we would call them. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and again as always, thanks for watching. Until next time.